Hello, good morning and good evening, my dear friends. Welcome to day 3 of 21-day meditation program. It has been a wonderful journey. All these 2 days we learned. First day, Chandra sir taught us many cool concepts on meditation and mindfulness and how mindfulness is going to help us. And from there we started our journey. Yesterday, Lawrence talked about becoming fearless, how meditation and mindfulness is making us fearless persons and we are taking the decisions without any fear and moving forward in our life. And today with us, our another wonderful master, Rakesh, is here to enlighten us on a specific topic today. I will keep it a surprise and I will let him speak what he's going to talk today. And I would like to invite him formally now, my dear friends. Rakesh Jalmuneni is a technologist with over 23 years of experience in industry. He recently quit as the delivery director from Cognizant to pursue his interest in entrepreneurship. Rakesh was introduced to meditation through a corporate program at Cognizant by Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, where he is now volunteering. Rakesh enjoys being in nature and loves wildlife photography. He is also passionate about music and is currently learning Carnatic classical flute. He lives in Bangalore with his wife and son and enjoys spending time with them. And let us all welcome Rakesh to our session today. Welcome, Rakesh.
Thank you, Sheetal. And welcome, friends. Great to see all of you on this third day of this program. And yes, we had 2 wonderful sessions so far. But before starting, let me just give some more background about myself. Right? So I started my meditation journey about a year ago, and as Sheetal mentioned, through a corporate program. But I never thought that I wanted meditation. I never looked for meditation. I've heard many people say that they were looking to solve some specific problem. But for me, I was not looking. I had a fairly decent career, in the technology industry. I traveled a lot of different places, lived in many countries, and I thought I had it. And I was not specifically looking for it. But I was also leading a large product development group. And I thought, there's nothing more to it. So, but there is nothing coincidence or chance. For whatever reason, when this program was launched in Cognizant, I enrolled, obviously not thinking that this is going to be a 40-day, and not even expecting anything out of it, and not thinking that this would be, I would have to sit for an hour every day, right? But when I completed this program and I started understanding about meditation and concepts more and more, I just realized that I knew nothing. All that I was living was purely unconscious way of doing things. The meditation helped me open up to a completely new world. It made things more exciting. I became more mindful, and every experience became more and more wonderful. And I started experiencing every moment. So friends, today's topic, again, I think this leads to our today's topic of art and science of thinking. Meditation helps you to think completely in a new way. My professional life so far, where I thought I was doing everything right, I realized I could do it differently. I realized it helped others in my team, my colleagues, interacting with me in a completely different way. So, in many things, the limiting beliefs that I had, the belief system that I had, I realized those are not necessarily helping me. So, we'll talk today about art and science of thinking and how do we reprogram our beliefs. And more importantly, how do we apply this in our day-to-day life, day-to-day work? Because ultimately, for me, meditation, what I realized was it is not meant for some esoteric purpose. Meditation helps you to actually live your life to the fullest. What you're doing, you don't have to go to Himalayas, you don't have to get away from everything to do meditation. Meditation actually helps you to do your work better, your relationship better. So let's start understanding. Yesterday, we heard about fearlessness, right? But again, fearlessness is a one emotion, but we live through many emotions in our life, right? And we'll understand about how those emotions come about, and and how do we recognize them. So Eckhart Tolle is one of these masters who now have been reading, says the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation itself, but the thought of it. So we think more about the situation than the actual situation itself. So we anticipate a lot about a situation and we become unhappy, right? Or any other emotion. So let's understand, friends, about thinking and how thought impacts our life. So your thoughts create your reality. This is a one statement which actually impacted and changed my life. Human brain, I think Lawrence covered yesterday, right? So we have these three different brains: the reptilian complex, the limbic system, and neocortex, right? All these different parts of the brain. But human species, among all others, are unique that our thinking brain, or the neocortex, is the largest compared to others, right? So what this also means that our thinking plays a very important role in our life. Now, when you say thoughts create your reality, this can be both scary as well as very empowering. But with meditation, it actually is helped me empower myself, because at this point I know that it is my choice of what thoughts that I can generate. Right? So let's understand this a bit more about this anatomy of thinking, right? So thoughts. So thoughts, lead to the choices that we make, right? The type of choices that we make is driven by our thoughts. Now, the choices we make leads to our actions and behaviors. And the actions and behaviors gives us experiences that we go through, right? And these experiences becomes internalized through our emotions and feelings. Now, this flow is true whether it is positive or negative. Our mind does not differentiate between positive and negative. Now, the moment you have the emotions, those emotions trigger more thoughts. And if you have had negative feelings, it looks to bring more thoughts that align with those negative feelings. So, however, most of us without meditation, we become unconscious. So this whole flow is unconscious. We don't recognize it. And like we know, and many of you would have heard if you have participated in others program, other programs, we get about 60 to 70,000 thoughts every day. And we go through this loop day in and day out, and we don't recognize it many of the times. So how is that going to impact? So neuroscience says the cells that fire together wire together. So what does this mean? So when you go through these choices of the thoughts, actions, experiences, and feelings, so the neural circuits gets formed. More of similar thoughts, more of similar feelings will form similar circuits. We call that hardwired, right? So if you have been going through, let's say, you drive in the morning and somebody cuts you and you get angry, right? And that that anger emotion, because why that anger came, because you had to brake and it stopped you from going where you were going. But that anger starts causing another thought, saying that, hey, now I'll be late. Why, I can't do this, I can't do that, right? And then you start thinking that, hey, that'll again create another feeling of frustration. So those thoughts keep looping in, and we don't even recognize. Now, these repeated thoughts, repeated thinking that we do creates beliefs. Belief system is nothing more than a thought you have thought over and over again, Wayne Dyer said. So most of us go through this unconsciously. The example is, let's say as a child or as a teenager, you try to talk in a debate, and somebody laughed at you, right? So at that point in time, you would have felt bad, and then you probably would have forgotten. But again, a few days later, let's say you are doing something else, probably singing in some other place, in your friend's place, and you forgot something, and then you became embarrassed. Now, what happens is, at that point in time, you will associate that feeling with the previous experience of when you tried to debate, when you were laughed at. So as we go through life, many of these we start relating, and we create beliefs. You could create multiple belief systems out of this, right? It could be that I'm not good at public speaking, I'm not good at singing, I easily get ashamed. Your self-confidence, I'm not confident. So a lot of these belief systems form unconsciously. So how do we break that? Meditation is an answer, right? Now, we understand today that our thoughts and feelings, mostly unconscious, when we are in an unconscious thinking way, are triggered by our environment, or our negative emotions, or our past beliefs and experiences. In our example, I said the environment could be somebody laughing at you, or your a boss telling you that you have messed up completely, and he gets upset, or your customer shouting at you saying that this whatever project delivery is not based on this satisfaction. So these are all environment triggers. So now it could also be your negative emotions. Like I talked about, when you get ashamed, you start creating additional thoughts which lead to such feelings, or your past beliefs and experiences. So all this happens without your consciousness. However, with meditation, we become completely mindful. Any type of feeling. So you start becoming aware of each of those. So the loop that you see here, the thoughts, choices, actions, behavior, experiences, feelings, each of them, we start becoming aware and you start questioning them. That's what I started doing. When I started, I had a belief that I'm not good at presentation. I cannot speak well. Now, this experience, this feeling, when my boss asked me to make a presentation to some of the leaders from a different group, I recognize that. I start recognizing, saying that, hey, that feeling is there. But then you stop thinking that this is because of some other events, right? You recognize that this is because of some other event in my past. At that point in time, you have a choice to say that was in the past. I know the subject, and you start changing your thought. You start becoming, your thoughts are created by what you choose. So you are using your imagination, your creativity to say, these are the thoughts that I want. The moment you get a feeling of fear, like Lawrence talked about yesterday, or anger or frustration, you stop and say, that was in the past. So you dissociate those feelings from generating new thoughts. So once you break that, I said cells that wire together, fire together. It's also true that cells that don't fire together, they also wither away. So your past beliefs about any limiting beliefs that you would have had, they start withering away as you stop feeding it more and more. So friends, again, how is this helpful in work, right? When I got into meditation, I started recognizing a lot of my beliefs as limiting beliefs. Remember, beliefs are neither good or bad. Beliefs, we look at beliefs as limiting or unlimited. In your case, the way I looked at it was, I started putting a filter. When I recognize I have a belief, I see whether that is helping me in my journey, whether it is helping me in my goal. If it is not, then I don't need it, right? So I'll have to change it. So some of these, just to help you understand many of these things which unconsciously we may be thinking in our organizations, right? In our day-to-day work. One of these that teams cannot change or innovate organization. This is something that I came across. So when I started leading this team, I joined this group that I was heading, the India team of this product team. We also had teams in US. It became apparent. It was a long-running product. And when I started talking to the other leaders in the team from US, I recognized that everybody felt that this product needed change. It was old. It had to be changed. But it's became apparent that from their past experiences, they felt that it cannot change. It's an old product. Teams are not changing. It's a big team. It's very difficult. So the mindset was that we cannot change. But with meditation, I realized that need not be my reality. That is not the thought that I need to go with. So I started talking to them, not with the mindset that the team cannot change. And slowly, when I opened up, I realized there are many people, leaders in the team who came on board, said, yes, I'm also frustrated. I would want to change. And believe it or not, 6 months after I started this practice of talking, we had an investment from the board which funded this change. Everybody was shocked because they were not expecting it. So when we change our thought, when we change the way we think, results will come automatically. That was a wonderful experience. And because we were talking about it, we were able to quickly adapt and change. Similarly, there are other cases, right? So I'm not good at talking to the customer. Again, you probably have an interest to travel. And your boss will come and say that, hey, why don't you meet this customer? Now, and travel, you have to travel, let's say, to some other country. If you have this belief because your past experience, you will miss this opportunity to travel. So we reprogram. So then you start questioning whether are you really not good at talking, or is it because of something else? And you reprogram. You start that, hey, now I can actually talk to the customer. I know my team. I know my product. I know I understand what this. And you change that. You start changing that feeling from negative to positive, because your desire to travel is much higher than your fear of your past belief. That is what meditation will do, right? Again, there are many others. We come across, there's not enough talent to hire in the market. We got this, right? So we were in the pandemic situation, and when we got this funding to double our team, we started feeling, everybody was saying that it's not possible to hire because there's only so many limited talent. People are not willing to change. There's so many excuses that came in, right? But my team, which became mindful, many of them didn't believe that, refused to believe that. So they changed their thought process, and then we continued, and we were able to be successful to a large extent. Right? So many others. I changed my thought process from being competitive to cooperative. Earlier, I used to think that if one has to succeed in our career, somebody else has to fail. But with meditation, I realized we can actually cooperate, and everybody can succeed, right? The case of me talking to my peers in US, and they understanding and they actually cooperating in the entire journey. That was a case where we need not think of competition. We can cooperate, right? And cooperation actually leads to better results for everybody. So this is again some limiting belief that it can help, right? It can stop you from achieving what you want. Or it could be that experience is needed to contribute. So you may have team members who are fairly junior. So if you have a limiting belief that new members, they may not have a lot of things to talk about, you might tend to ignore them, right? So I had to change many of these in my own beliefs, and people started opening up. Many of the innovations things changed in the team because the team members felt that they can contribute. I became more confident of speaking in the meetings because I felt that I could contribute. Where I would keep quiet because I would think what my boss will think about it, right? And what my peers will think about it. I stopped that belief and said, if I had something to contribute, I would speak out. And last, and this is probably one of the things which many of us encounter, is stress is inevitable. This is a limiting belief, according to me. We don't, and especially I was living with it, and I got a lot of health challenges because of it, right? The migraine, the bronchitis, so many other ailments, because stress was something that became part and parcel. But with meditation practice, I recognize that fear or the feeling which started, introduced stress in my body. And slowly, stress disappeared. Even there are escalations, even when there are major challenges, when large teams will have major challenges as well. Even when there are challenges, we stop getting stressed. And all of this, friends, I think comes naturally as we practice meditation. As we practice meditation and we started understanding more through books, through listening to others. Lawrence talked about, again, she spoke, she used to read a lot of books. I used to read books as well, but many of these I could not practice, internalize. But with meditation and with reading books, we change a lot of our beliefs. We don't even recognize, which we didn't even recognize as limiting beliefs. We start recognizing them, and we change, and we have a choice to make that change. More important is, it's not about changing per se, but your choice, that you have a choice to and ability to change. So friends, we go back into a practice of meditation. Every program of ours, we do the meditation because that is the foundation of any of our new way of thinking, right? So for those of you who are new, we practice anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation. So in this process, we close our eyes, we sit comfortably. Just share for those. And observe our breath. The more we observe, as we continue observing our breath, the many thoughts that are coming in our mind, it gradually reduces. Right? So I'll share the music. And You can all relax as I share. Sheetal, if you can tell me if you're able to hear.
Yes, yes, Rakesh.
So relax, friends. Close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable position. Remove your specs if you're wearing, and relax from head to toe. And let's have a wonderful meditation.
Your eyes closed. Remove your specs. Take a comfortable posture. Fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Dear friends, we are going into breath mindfulness meditation. In this meditation, with our eyes closed, specs removed, we observe our normal, natural in breath and the out breath for the whole duration. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Just observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, dear friends. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes slowly and slowly empty. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to observe your in breath and the out breath. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes slowly empty. Our goal is to empty the mind of all thoughts. According to quantum physics, deep inside, we're all emptiness and energy. As our mind becomes empty, we experience greater energy than emptiness. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the out breath. Take any point in your nose at the root, the middle, the tip, and observe. Your breath is going in and breath is coming out. No sounds in the mouth, no forms in the mind. Just observe that natural, normal in breath and the out breath, dear friends. you observe the breath, allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all the thoughts in your mind. If you find yourself to be thinking, gently come back to observing your in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the out breath. Allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all the thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you feel emptiness all around your body as you are becoming one with your breath? Our goal is to empty the mind, and our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness all around. As you are becoming one with your breath, allow yourself to become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness inside your body, all around your body. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. The more we find that emptiness, the more we become empty of all our thought, the more we merge into this energy field. If you find yourself in thought, gently come back to observing your breath and slowly become empty of all thought in your mind. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into this emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, where there is no place and no time. This is the quantum energy field of all creation. We emerge into that field when we become empty. Friends, let's express gratitude. I want you to express your thankfulness and gratitude to all the things and people in your life for living this beautiful life. Gratitude is an heightened emotion that creates more and more of beautiful things in our life. Can you be grateful to your parents for giving this beautiful connection into this universe? Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, everybody, for helping you learn so many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, for being an integral part of your life. Be grateful for all the things you use, the technology, the places you visit, your institutes or governments and companies, for supporting your life in many ways. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe for helping us experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is an heightened state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system repair your body with the energies we receive from the session. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you experience? What did you see? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds to circulate that energy back into your body, and then open your eyes.
Thank you, friends, for a wonderful meditation. So as we relax, yes, Shishir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to say one announcement here. Some of the friends are asking, like, how do we get the recordings of the session? Friends, this is YouTube Live. You can go to Buddha CEO YouTube Live, YouTube channel to find all the sessions, including today's session. Please go ahead and subscribe, and then you will be able to receive notifications on this channel. Thank you so much. And all the sessions are recorded, and you will find it in the Buddha CEO YouTube channel. Thank you. Yes, Rakesh.
Thank you, Shishir. Yes. So friends, I know we went a little over time. I would love to hear, thank you, Lawrence, for joining. Uh, so if anybody has any questions or want to share, raise your hand. Hi, Naren. You continue to join. How was your meditation today?
Yeah, good evening. Yes, the meditation was good. This is the first time in a really long time that I've been doing evening meditations. And I'm finding quite a bit of a change. It's harder to stay in the energy of the evening. So it's 11 o'clock here for me. But I'm going to be persistent with the evening session. So it's a very different energy. Morning has a different energy. The evening has a different energy. I'm quite revved up after this. So I'm not sure. I was awake yesterday till 2 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep. I had so much of energy. So I need to figure out how to calm myself to go back to bed. But thank you, Rakesh. Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you, Lawrence. The discussions are really delightful, and I like the key points. So that really helps to sort of narrow and hone into the meditation. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yes, sleep. Again, that probably is one of limiting belief as well. Again, at least that is my experience. With meditation, we actually need less sleep because many of the things that we undergo, maybe say if many of you go through the morning program, right? So the alpha, beta, or the alpha delta state that we go in the sleep, we naturally achieve in meditation and much more. So, but we've been programmed so much that we need those 8 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours sleep. So sometimes we feel stressed that we are not getting it. I used to have that in the beginning, but yes. Thank you. Anybody else? Lawrence, you want to add something?
Oh, thank you, Rakesh. This was a very insightful presentation. I recognize a lot of personal experience. And I think it's always enlightening for everyone to understand the process of, the circle of feelings, emotions, and thinking. And the fact that we have, with the training of meditation, practice of meditation, and the awareness and the mindful way of living, the opportunity to get the freedom to choose how to respond. So in any situation, but it's an ongoing training. But as you meditate, I can promise everyone here that it becomes natural. We are never perfect because perfection doesn't exist. And it's okay to become angry suddenly or to say something that we might stop very fast. But over time, we get really better and better. And it's just the benefit of being joyful.
Yes.
So thank you, Rakesh.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's very refreshing to hear, your presentation, right? Your thoughts. I can relate to, lots of things from my experience. I mean, like 20 years ago or so, right? I was very afraid of talking even in small meetings. My boss would take me to meetings and I wouldn't open my mouth. Forget about public speaking. I'm like new, in US at the time, right? And I know everything, and I probably know more on the subject that they're discussing than anybody else. But I wouldn't open my mouth because I'm afraid of, what other people would think of me. Actually, right? Over a period of time, I came over that. I went to various things like Toastmasters and stuff like that. But I think, many times, right? Even today, I feel like I'm not speaking enough, in meetings, depending on what type of meeting, right? If there is probably like a big meeting where, there are 100 people and most of them are my peers or above me, I would really hesitate to speak up, But if it's like 100 people with my team, I wouldn't hesitate, I'm expressing completely because I don't, I don't have that internally, right? Like okay, what other people would think of me. I think, it's like meditation to some extent will help you, right? To realize that, you have that, thought going on within you and, you can take action, right? I think, another thing that, you kind of mentioned, the cooperation and competition, that's kind of, you see that quite a bit in the corporate world, right? And especially if you are working with, most of the time, unless you're a small company, small team, it's your work. We all work as a team of teams. You get a project done, you need to work with lots of teams, including, other companies actually. And I think, your mindset will help you, right? Like you want to go with the assumption that with a positive intent and everybody's working, with good intent and we're all one team. Don't think of like, don't go into a meeting with, okay, so I need to win my point or win my argument and find faults with what they're saying and all those things, right? They're kind of like, negative, thoughts to some extent, right? And they're not going to help in the end, I think, even, you kind of have an implicit bias actually based on your past experiences with working with people and teams. I think, meditation help you to be aware of those, right? And yeah, don't take the previous experiences, into the current situation, assume the positive all the time, right? That's going to help you do well. That's something that, I've been practicing, the last year or so, based on what I learned, right? This meditation experience, through this journey. Sorry, I
Absolutely.
just wanted to share.
Wonderful. Yes. Thank you. Yes, I think that recognition is the biggest, first and the biggest step to change those beliefs and emotions. Because at that point in time, it's your choice. What do you want to do next with that, right? If you are in an unconscious state, you feel you are not in control of that. So meditation will definitely help you. And it has helped me, like you said, right? And cooperation and competition, again, I think we know, and before meditation also I knew, from intellectually that yes, it is what is the right thing to do, but I would not go forward, right? I would always hesitate saying, hey, what will they think? What will somebody else think? So there is always that fear that stops you, fear or some other thoughts which in the future of what will happen, which will prevent you. But with meditation, you get over that because you're completely in the present. So yes, thank you for sharing that. Yes, MV Shesham, you want to share? Yes, correct. You want to come closer to the mic, I think. Not it. Is it me or can you come closer to the mic, madam? Yes.
maybe take out the microphone from the phone, madam. Talk from the phone directly. Just unplug and talk from the phone. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I'm very happy to inform you that this session is very grateful to me. I recognize my past belief systems, and also some fear there. So I can rectify that fear in doing meditation also. So your classes, these sessions are helpful to me. All. So very happy. Thank you for these sessions also, Masha. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity to me, sir. My name is Sita. I'm from Andhra Pradesh, West Godavari district, Nasapur, sir. I don't know how to speak in English, but in this session you told that yes, I believe I can speak English. That confidence levels are increased in here participating today class. Sir. Thank you very much, sir. I am very happy, sir. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, madam. Yes, it's we are excited by such experiences, and we are grateful to you to share that. Really helps. Happy that it's helping you, and thank you. Thank you for sharing it. Yes, friends. So again, I think we are well past the time. Thank you for staying and continuing this journey with us. We'll come back again. Yes. Somebody had a question?
No, Rakesh. Yeah.
Okay. So if we'll come back again tomorrow for another topic. And we'll continue this journey and we'll learn how each of these topics help us in our day-to-day life. Right? Thank you. Thank you. See.
Perfectly capable of creating a life I love. I am learning to trust myself and make peace with what I can't control. I always have a say in who I am today, and I can always change who I'm becoming. This is my life. I'm my own hero. Nobody but me can decide where I will go. This is my time. No matter what life throws, I always have the power to change my state of mind. This is my life. This is my life. Owning all of my past mistakes, moving forward with more confidence. I don't know what the future holds, but I choose to count my blessings every day.